Hello everyone, welcome back to Game Cave Development. I continue onward. So last night I didn't feel like streaming because I was in kind of a shit piss poor mood, but I did get some work done. So we can see there, that's from Golem Rake. You can see right here. So, and then now I'm going to do the Eggplant Kingdom, or the remainder of it. It's an area of Game Cave that is basically fossilized at this point. The ruin of the last time someone tried to cause a shitstorm in this kingdom. So Brandon should be joining me soon, and we'll continue conversation when he jumps on.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah. You want to speak up a little bit?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're still pretty quiet. Maybe it's just my volume. Let me see if I can. You there?
Yep.
See, you're still silent, dude. Like you're there, but it's just low.
Huh.
All right, well, that's fine.
I don't know. Maybe it's something with my microphone.
What else?
Did you finish the Bebop or did you take a break from it?
Oh, I got the lighting done, the coloring. Too. Can you see that?
Hold on. I was opening a file. 1 second. Oh, okay. Yeah, nice.
Like I said, I gotta go to Colorado, so I can. Whether I get it all done this week or not is irrelevant. So
All right.
may as well just stick to my work schedule. So. I think from now on, one of the things we can do, I wanted to talk to you about this is, so I've been studying this whole stuff on, well, I've been taking all these YouTube classes with Google and shit,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, oh, you gotta come with a regular schedule of something for a video. And so I was thinking, rather than trying to get together to always record um, a set show or something, one thing we could do is pick a topic to talk about while I'm doing this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then write down the times so I can take the excerpts and do like a best of game cave. You know what I mean? For
Okay.
like over the week, or you know what I mean? And I can take the different topics and even turn those into 3 minute show clips,
Right.
while I'm drawing. And I can even come while I draw, we talk about stuff. And here's where we're talking about do, you know what I mean? So the show I can make from that is something we've already talked about here. And then I can just excerpt that out into small nuggets. You know what I mean? And make good 3, 5 minute clip little things out of it.
Definitely should make a clip about me talking about animals I hate. Yeah, it's a good idea. I'm down.
Because they're like, it needs to be reproducible, and sustainability. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna be drawing, and we're gonna be talking about shit. So,
Right.
and I think the thing to do is to micro-size those shows, so it's not 40 minutes, of stuff. It's little
Right.
bits. So, hey,
Sounds good.
Lord Vader, how's your breathing?
Me?
Yeah, dude, you just
You
started.
said you said you couldn't hear me, so I put the damn mic right underneath my
Yeah, well
nose.
now not only do I hear you, you know what I mean? I'm like with you.
Dude, I'm fat. It happens. Hashtag fat people problems.
Hashtag Brandon Universe. You need to get the microphone out of your face. I can't do that.
Okay, how about now?
That's better.
All right. Hey, baby, go lay down. Whatever. Knowing you, you'll make like a 3-minute clip of just my worst breathing, like a super clip of just bad Brandon breathing.
And put it to drawings.
Right.
All right. So wait till I get this motion graphic shit down. I'll do what you couldn't, and then I'll have my fun.
It wasn't what I couldn't. It just
No,
trying
it
to
was.
learn
Oh
something
god.
I've never done.
Yeah, and you've taken the initiative to work on that in your own time too. Initiative goes a long way with me, bro.
Yeah, but you had every other week it was like learn this new thing, learn that. Now try this. Now learn this. Now
Welcome to my life.
right.
What digital painting was I doing 2 months ago? Yeah, come on, man. Yeah, what was I doing any of this stuff other than the layout? I can't even show you all the shit I'm doing.
Yeah, I tried the animation once. You hated it, and
No, no,
you're
you were getting better than the other. Then what I don't get is
no,
how I gave you backgrounds and you ended up with your own backgrounds. To this day,
because
that's the part I just don't understand how that happens.
when it got sent to me, the stuff was all
So layer comps, you just click on the button and it creates the thing that you need. I showed you how it worked, and you created your own. So that I don't understand.
well. I'll just say okay.
No, you're right. I'm totally wrong.
Oh, I didn't say you're wrong.
Yeah,
Just
I have my own way of skewing the facts.
no, it's just hey man, I'm trying to learn all these different things that I've never known how to do, and I'm doing the best I can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. How's the painting going?
I'm right now. I'm working on it now. Um, I can't do it like Drew and bust it out in 2 days. I'm still working on it, drawing it
I didn't say
out.
if it was done. I said, how's it going?
It's going. Like before you called, I was rewatching the way he was penciling everything, and just so I can make sure I'm just adding good technique to it, doing it all right. Jessica likes it. She said she could see how, compared to my old paintings, that something like this could go for in the hundreds compared to you know 60, 80 bucks, $100 like the old ones. So it'll get there.
So, like I said, we'll have an itinerary of things that we can talk about, and then we can talk over a course of a week,
hmm
and then um,
So just like
and
the
if
old
you do say
podcast,
something,
but
yeah, we're just breaking it up amongst here, and I'll have to cut up the video, but I just think that's the best thing versus trying to get together to do it. Because I'm afraid if I try to get together to do it, I'm gonna overthink it. You know what I mean?
hmm
Plus, if you do go on some bullshit diatribe over fucking snakes, you can just write down the times, and I can be like, "Here's Brandon's snake fucking conversation."
yeah, and people would like that because most people would
I know,
agree
I
with
know,
it.
I know, I know, I know, I know. Your generation, you millennials.
Snakes as pets are stupid.
Anyhow,
hmm I'm not a millennial.
I think I might end up when we do talk about something, I might bring up. I gotta find a way to mark it. Anyway, yeah, you are.
I'm
What
30.
year were you
How?
born?
I'm
What year were you born?
85.
Yeah, you're a millennial.
No,
After 1983.
no.
The millennials are people who graduated around the year 2000. What year did you graduate high school?
2003.
Okay, there, you're a millennial.
I'm gonna look that. I'm gonna look that up.
That's what a millennial is, dumbass. You think they were born in the year 2000?
I thought it was people born in the 90s.
Hmm?
Let's see.
No, millennials started with baby on board. You know, so the term was coined around 87, 88. But they generally graduated high school between 2000 and 2005.
Yeah, but that's like anywhere between 1980 and 2000s.
No,
So I
it's
mean,
between 1985, right, and 1990, 91. You're a millennial, bro. That's why they say millennials with 30-year-olds living with their parents. How old are you?
30.
There you go.
Yeah, but I don't live with my parents.
I'm a Gen Xer, the very, very end of it.
You
The
feel
very,
cooler. You
very
feel
end.
cooler calling yourself a Gen Xer.
Yeah, well, I fit the. Look, I've read the descriptions of Gen Xers: independent, skeptical, entrepreneur. You know what I mean? Like, well, what do you go look up the definition of Gen Xer, and you're gonna find Rob. Are you a full millennial? Not really. And you don't live off your parents and shit, but you are dead broke. So there's that.
Not by choice.
Yeah, but most millennials are. So sad to say. Your brother has a caricature of. See, what most people think are millennials are the ones just coming out of school now. Those aren't millennials. Those are, I don't know what you'd call those. They're using millennial, but that's not the actual generation. I think there was like generation like Y was like the term I was hearing recently.
Mm.
Yeah. But yeah, your little brother fits that version perfectly.
Cool, cool, cool.
So the FCC handed down the fucking. They got into a settlement apparently with Machinima because, and this is the greatest, because in late 2003, 13, they were basically paying YouTube people to give positive reviews for Xbox One. Post the Angry Joe. You know what I'm talking about? The Angry Joe hate, the rant, and not telling, hey, we're paying for these.
Right.
And so they settled out, which basically means yeah, that's true. Crazy. It's just funny reading it. It's like they had to be super positive. They could never complain. All right. And they got fined. The best. Doesn't mean shit to Microsoft.
Fuck.
Let's get this bullshit going. Do, 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 do. PS4 update's going to add YouTube streaming. That's when I'm going to start.
What do you? So you could stream from your PS4? Is that what you're saying?
Yep. See how many fucking DMCA's I can get. Yeah, I like to do something called like the 30-minute backlog. Something like that. Where it's like 30 minutes of a game I bought. It's been sitting here. So let's play 30 minutes. Do 30 minutes of Metal Gear and I don't get past the first cutscene. Well, good game, everybody. That was fun. my favorite news this week was the whole shakeup at Marvel. So happy to hear it.
Oh yeah, what was the deal with those them?
Fucking Ike Perlmutter, man.
They
You know
what?
who Ike Perlmutter is? He used to run Toy Biz. Him and his boy Dan Buckley basically saved Marvel from bankruptcy by they Toy Biz. Marvel used to own Toy Biz, made all those really shitty toys back in the '90s. That McFarlane was the reason why he made his own toy company because toys sucked.
No.
Um, then Toy Biz ended up buying Marvel when they were going to go bankrupt. Marvel was about to put all their shit up on the auction block. Like Jim Lee was going to buy Captain America and all that shit, right?
Jeez.
Came really close, man. So yeah, right. Wouldn't that be great if Jim Lee had owned X Men? God, that would have been the best. So anyway, Ike Perlmutter, how can I say this? Look, the guy's a billionaire, so whatever I say about him, kind of irrelevant. Hope this doesn't come to bite me in the ass someday. But Ike Perlmutter's a stingy fuck, dude. Like basically, basically, dude, he's the reason why. Uh, how do I put this? You can't have a Black Widow figure because of Ike Perlmutter. You can't have a Black Widow movie. You can't have Black Widow T-shirts because he's like chick chick action figures don't sell. Female action figures don't sell. You know, like his rationale from back in the '90s.
Right.
And I'm always like, what about cost averaging? I'm not saying run nothing but, you know what I mean? But why don't you just run a few so you got them out there, you know? I mean, it's called cost average, dude. Like, it's pretty basic shit, you know? Like, okay, you got to run a Black Widow figure, so just run, you know, 2 times as much fucking Deadpool shit. You know what I mean? To offset the cost, but you know, this
Right.
way you're at least
Balance it out.
yeah, but this way, you know, you're not in a position where you're like, there's a demand and you're not even like dealing with it because you're like, well, we can't be bothered with that shit, you know. So Ike Perlmutter, dude, he's notoriously cheap. Like if you watch Collider, you ever watch the Collider Heroes or the Collider Movie Talk podcast?
I've heard of it.
Have you watched that Death of Superman thing yet?
Not yet.
So that's awesome. You gotta watch it, bro. You gotta watch it. Sit down with your wife this week with dinner, right? Get some fucking Panda Express or I don't know, and sit down and watch that shit because it's fucking awesome. Anyway, John Schnepp, the guy who put it together, he's on that cast. So they were talking about this. And John Campea, one of the PR dudes, he's on there all the time. He goes to all these press junkets, and he was given a story which I have heard um, personally. And it's hilarious about how like so they do these press junkets, right? And at a press junket, you have to be there all day. And a press junket is where they're either promoting Age of Ultron. They get all the actors together. You've seen those interviews with actors. There's a picture
Yeah.
of a movie poster. That's from a junket. That's not like an actual interview, right? That's where they sit down, they ask them bullshit questions, and they're there to promote the movie, you know. But you
Right.
have to be there all day. It's like 8 hour thing because you can't just be like schedule everyone. You know what I mean? You put them in there, and you got 3 minutes, you got 3 minutes, you got 3 minutes. So they generally put them in nice hotels. You know what I mean? And they got a whole room set up with Wi-Fi so you can do your job. You know, you can still be on the net, and they got catering because dude, you're gonna be there. You know, even E3
Right.
has the same thing. They have a press room. Ike Perlmutter, he's the guy who's like, we're not getting a hotel for these people. Just have it here at the studio at Disney, you know? So everyone's got to come down to Disney. To come to this back of the fucking animation house or whatever. They're sitting back there. They get no food, right? He had some sodas, but people wanted more than one. He's like, 2 sodas. So like he get them bottled water, like the cheap Disney, that the corporate logo shit you get for
Right.
write-offs. And I guess people were telling him like, dude, they're gonna be here 7 hours. They have to eat. So I guess this last one, he's like, well, get them some Doritos, and they got like a bucket and put some Doritos in it, and got a couple Subway sandwiches. Like it was just like you know what I mean? Like wow,
Right.
that's the kind of guy he is. So like, another proof of this. Remember, like a month or two ago, they were like, hey, we think Craven might be the villain because
Right. Yeah.
this assistant at Sony was seen buying her Amazon thing, bought some Craven shit from Amazon. And people are like, dude, why would Sony buy Craven? They would just get the Craven shit from Marvel.
Hmm.
And the reason they're like, no, you don't get it. Marvel's like super cheap. Dude, Marvel isn't cheap. Like Perlmutter's super cheap, you know? Like they don't get anything. And I've
No.
experienced this firsthand, dude. Like, in the limited shit I've done, the notes you get back from the studio all the time is like, no, you can't do this. He's the reason why there's no Fantastic Four shit, you know? the whole rift between Fox and Marvel is him going, well, and there was a time we couldn't do anything with Deadpool, but you know what I mean, like dollars. Walmart, I think, ended that. Like Walmart's like, no, yeah, we're not gonna fill the aisles up with Guardians merchandise. When Deadpool sells. So anyhow, this whole split is about Perlmutter basically losing control of Feige. Feige now reports directly to Alan Horn at Disney. Um, and I just sat there to myself looking at this, and I'm like, my intuition tells me this has everything to do with Ant-Man. You know, I just feel it. So I put the question out to a few people I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and they wouldn't reply to me on it. And when they don't get replies, it's because it's true. They don't want it going anywhere. So I'm
Right.
like, oh, this is about Ant-Man. So I'm like, I wonder when it's gonna come out. So today, Devin Faraci, one of the big online spook guys over at Movies Death, Birth Death Movies or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
he did a whole thing in the day where he's like, yeah, this has a lot to do with. So basically, Perlmutter, Feige reports to Disney, but also it got reported through Umberto the other day that the creative, about the creative committee at Marvel?
The people who run everything.
No, there's this creative committee that oversees the movie shit. So like, they give script notes and shit. It's supposed to be kind of like the Pixar thing where there's a story group. And so it consisted of Feige, Perlmutter, Dan Buckley, Brian Michael Bendis, Joe Quesada, I think one other guy, I can't remember. And anyway, they said that's been disbanded too, and it might still retain some form in the movie division or the TV division because Perlmutter's still in charge of that. But that Feige might make a whole new thing. But so anyway, the Ant-Man shit has everything to do with this committee. Apparently, the committee, like say Casada. So all these guys got normal jobs. Like Bendis writes his own books and shit. So
Right.
when they get notes, they get a script and they want to give notes on it. They give it in their own time. So you could be. This is why when they're like, "How come it's going to take so long to make a Doctor Strange movie?" Well, the reason why it's going to take so long to Doctor Strange movie is because these guys, got to give their fucking 3 cents on everything.
Right.
And so the Ant-Man shakeup had everything to do with this committee and the story notes, and sometimes they, when you're like, how come the movies are a little formulaic? Like, well, a lot of those notes come from the same people.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the Ant-Man thing was the thing that broke the back, and Farsi basically came out this week and like cited that as being one of the main issues with that story. The whole reason with the story group is Edgar left over that fucking thing.
Right.
And remember that whole comment about how like, directors don't make movies, the Marvel does shit that went
Right.
out. Yeah, that came from Perlmutter and that story group. So like it's okay to feel that way, I guess, at the Hallowed Halls of Marvel, but in Hollywood it's just not gonna fly, bro. When you're gonna undercut artists, shit, you can act that way, but Hollywood, they got their own money, they don't give a shit. So it's just fascinating to me. Like
Right.
it's the shit I love. Yeah, I love big corporate shakeups like that. Just love it. I mean, they make out. They're gonna make. I mean, even if Perlmutter got ousted, he'd have billions of dollars. So it doesn't
Oh
really.
yeah, he'll be fine.
He'd be fine. But I knew that the Ant-Man not doing that well. People go, "Oh, it did fine." It didn't.
No.
It may have done okay at the theater, but you're in Incredible Hulk territory. And by the way, you're also in like now you got this reputation, right, of Marvel not being friendly to actors or directors. You know what I mean? Like that's not something you want floating around there.
Right.
Yeah. And you know me, I'm a big fan of Joe Quesada, dude. But I might be more of a fan of Joe Quesada from Event Comics and Marvel Knights more than I am of Joe Quesada from Daredevil Father. Like
Right.
that's the Joe Quesada I don't. The Joe Quesada who says Wolverine can't smoke because his dad died of cancer. You know, it's like fuck, dude. You know, but Wolverine has a healing factor. If your dad had a healing factor, he wouldn't have died from cancer. It's ridiculous. I mean, you can murder a bunch of people.
Right. That's okay.
What if someone I know was murdered? No more
Right.
murdering. You know.
Someone was stabbed with three knives.
Hey, Lord, how you doing? Got a new person in the stream. Say hi, Brandon.
Hello. Also, fuck you for saying get some Panda Express. I don't eat it like every day. Once a month, I might get it.
Right, so that would be the day you eat it. I didn't say
But
get your nightly Panda
people
Express,
are,
so
people are
fuck
gonna
you,
people are gonna see me. They're gonna be like, "Oh man, I thought you'd be like 600 pounds. You're
Brandon
not as
Universe.
you're
I'm
not
gonna
as
start that. That's gonna be your
this
thing.
this is what they're gonna
I'm gonna
say."
buy BrandonUniverse.com tonight and link it right to your Facebook page.
That's fine. I don't more. That's more traffic that I get for
Huh?
free. That's more
Huh?
free
Yeah.
traffic.
Yeah.
Um, no, people are gonna meet me, and this is gonna be their reaction. They're gonna be like, "Oh, you're not as fat as I thought you'd be. You're not as big."
That's good though.
I guess it beats being called your fucking assistant.
Well, aren't
You're
you?
Rob's assistant.
Are you? If you do my
I'm
flats, aren't you?
I'm whatever.
You got Rob and Envy now.
I'm whatever
Chick Dig the car.
Rob needs me to be, and
Whatever Rob needs you to be.
right, and whatever furthers my artistic ability. So sure,
All
that's
he had to
why.
do is say, "I'm sorry, I forgot your name." You know.
Yeah, that's all I had to say. That's it.
So if you may have been overreacting to that one.
No,
It'd be like if you
no, no,
forgot
no,
to
no.
draw the ear.
No, no, no. He
You know.
said it. He said it to be snarky. It wasn't like I forgot your name. It was you're Rob's assistant.
Something tells me it was nothing like that.
Oh, it was. No, no. There's a
Yeah.
few times where I know when someone's fucking giving me shit. It's not that damn hard. I mean, come on. I'm a very sarcastic asshole person myself. So if someone's throwing it at me and they're laughing, I'm like, yeah, yeah.
He wasn't laughing like George Bush.
He did.
It's
It's
the
probably
best.
because him and his super tight skinny jeans.
You know, for a fat guy, you're awfully thin-skinned. Ooh, boom.
No, I think
It
I
really
handle
hurts, Rick. It really hurts
criticism.
when you bust my balls like that. uh,
I'm very thick skinned. I'm like a fucking rhino. That's how thick skinned I am. Size, also. Just a big fucking, not the Spider Man 2 rhino either. Like, actual safari rhino.
did you ever watch that movie?
Yeah, I did. And that was
Why?
fucking horrible. Because I just wanted to see how bad it really was. I was like, really? Like, there's got to be something redeemable about that shit. And that was a dumpster fire.
I
Man,
told you.
that was just
Coming a mile away.
it was just
Look, I
um
only sat through the first one because Fabian was in the theater and he wanted to finish it. He couldn't believe I was clowning it, you know? Come on, man, it's not that bad. I'm like, not that bad, you know? Like, I said all my life, this is a modern version of Batman and Robin, you know? And it's gonna get worse. And I feel that Spider-Man 2 directly channeled, you know what I mean? Like, all you needed, I mean, it was 1 foot in the Schumacher thing, you know?
right.
Maybe 1.5 feet, you know? It didn't have Zap, Kabam, and Pow. You know, it didn't have Spider-Man on roller skates, but it had him in a little fireman's hat. Like, it got very close, you know? He's singing, he's like, with the playing Itsy Bitsy Spider when you know what I mean? Like, the lightning bolts shoot out and shit. Nothing could stop water. I mean, electricity, like, how about water? Just pour some water on him. You know what I mean? Like, not only, like, you're a scientist, kid. You can't figure this shit out. Like,
He's too cool for that.
oh, I tried to sit through the opening because I downloaded it. You know, I was like, how far can I get? I got to the point where he was valedictorian. I'm like, Peter is not valedictorian. You know, I was like, he's Slater. You know what I mean? Like, they made him Slater. He's supposed to be Screech. You know, and they
Right.
made him Slater. They made Peter Parker Peter Poser. Get Swifty.
Get Swifty. Swifty up in here.
Doesn't even mean anything, Rick.
like I had to re-listen.
You're
I
just
had to
making it all up.
I rewatched a couple times, and he's like, I was like, the fucking thing to say, he's like, pull down your pants, shit on the floor. I'm like,
You
what
know
the
what was funny
fuck?
is I've always been able to do that cracked voice, but I've never had anything to direct it at. You know, like I've never. There isn't anyone that really. Sometimes like that cowboy voice from the old Disney cartoons, like you on to like that thing. But I was like,
Right.
that's all I can do.
The
But now
Yoda.
I can do. Yeah, I can do Morty. You know, Rick, you're really busting my balls. It really hurts. He's the funniest fucking kid ever, dude. And every episode gets worse.
Yeah.
Keep Summer safe is the best though. Like
Ah,
that. I think that's my favorite.
yeah.
The
Just
keep
the
Summer safe.
psychological shit. I was like,
Keep
fuck,
Summer
it's
safe.
so dark.
Well, comedy for me, the whole comedy through repetition, and
Right.
that just repeats the most disturbing thing ever. It's hilarious, dude. I got the okay from the wife to back Battle Chasers. How
Nice.
cool is that? Huh? Yeah. Even though I'm broke, I got the money. I was like,
It's
I can't. How can I not?
right.
So I told her, I'm like, it's my whole like I've been waiting since 1997 for this. We always talked about like it'd be great if Square would do a RPG with Battle Chasers, knowing that would never happen, and now I could get it. You
Right.
know, I can't be there for that. Like the universe is it's mean, and if they don't make funding, then I only have myself to blame.
Only you, Rob.
Some people go, "You're a fan of something?" That right there, a fan of that. A half dozen people making an RPG, and one of them being one of the greatest artists ever. Manager fucking Deadpool at 17, 16, 17.
Yeah,
You
he
know,
did. Yeah, and he did his first cover at like fucking what was it, 14, 15? That Spider Man with
yeah,
typhoid Mary on it.
yeah.
I mean, fuck. Here I am at 30. I don't even know perspective.
I know. You don't. It's amazing.
Oh shit. Careful.
I mean, you know what a number 10 with, pork sweet and sour sauce is.
Oh man,
uh,
the things I want to say.
uh, your post on PhoenixCon, that was nice.
I said it. I think I was nice about it. I was like, at first I was really just gonna rip, and then I was like, I'll just, for the people that maybe that are involved that I like, I'd just be nice. But it was a weird like, it's weird to think. I was telling Jessica, it's like breaking up a bad relationship that I just made excuses for, and it just gotten worse and worse. And I'm just like, no, no, you don't understand. It's good sometimes. These are the reasons, but it's really
So,
not.
what kills me, dude, is because when I saw that, the minute I liked that, now all of Facebook likes to do nothing but post
Right.
all of Phoenix to me now. Right? So, a bunch of people I haven't seen in a while, all their shit comes back on my feed. And one of them was someone. I'm not gonna say who, but let's just say one of them was going off because you were already talking about that Top Cow thing.
Hmm.
They're like, well, now that cons are gonna regulate fan prints. I'm like, what? Who said that? Like,
Right.
you know, companies and cons. I think someone's like, who? No one said they're doing anything like that. Will this be time for creators to get their own? I'm just laughing. Like, do you really think people are gonna want to buy your fucking comic now? Yeah.
There's not gonna be any regulation.
I told you, bring it to a head. Let's do it. Ban everything. You know, I'll thrive. I'm all for it. I'm like ban it. I guess
Right.
they think people that means people are going to buy their shit. No, the people are going to buy really good stuff.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, I have it figured out. If they ban that stuff, right, completely, then what will take over is parody.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I've been considering that. What if I just do amalgams at this point? Like, what if I just do like Spider-Man meets Batman costumes? You know what I mean? What can they do about that? You know, I mean, you got to find someone who's willing to buy it. You know, but there's nothing they can do about that.
Right. Well, I
Then the
mean,
Bat Pug guy will take over. You know.
yeah. I mean, there's already like animators who work in the industry that do that shit all the time, just for their main views and their main like. Do you know who T.N. Perkins is?
Yeah.
You say yeah or no?
No.
Oh, he uh he worked on like the Avengers cartoon recently and stuff like that. But he'll do that shit all the time. He'll post like an amalgam of like Batman and a mech or Spider Man and Superman. You know what I mean? Just shit like that all the time, and just call it Arachnic Man. You know, whatever. And you just post them for
When I just do gender differentiation, I mean, something will replace it. You know what I mean? And it's just
right.
not going to work what they think. You know, what they think will work. So, you know, these companies gotta do a better job than trying to squash. You know, squashing isn't going to solve their problem.
They gotta get Swifty. Gotta get Swifty.
I don't draw fan. Like this chick now, like I don't draw fan art. I only believe in creator own. You don't do anything. So don't fucking start. You don't do anything.
Is it who I think it is?
Yes, it's really annoying me to no end. You know,
Uh,
annoying me, dude. I'm
yeah.
like, I thought I blocked this. I don't know. Like I liked your one fucking thing, and this comes back into my life. You know,
Alright.
and I'm like, well, it doesn't matter, Rob. You know.
Fuck, man. This thing is.
Wait, Steven was like, "Oh, your fucking no was dope." I'm like, "No, I draw fan art. I'm evil." He's just like laugh. He's like, "Oh, I know what you're talking about." I was like, uh-huh. I'm the fucking devil.
See. I hope this thing turns out good.
Idea how I want to draw this. I just don't think that's it at all.
Did you start late or were you already on when you texted me?
Started late. I was on a phone call
No.
and I needed an hour off. My life caught up with me today. You know, I get phone calls sometimes, bro. You know, people want answers. People want to know my take on something. They want to know why something's being done, or I can't even get specific about it because it just opens up a shitstorm. But let's just say that I have what I would like to call uh, the best career in the world. You know, facetiously.
Oh yeah.
I'm
I
just
mean,
tired,
you are.
tired of it.
You ever watch the show Ray Donovan?
No, I know of it though.
Pretty good. My boss was watching it today at work, so I usually get to see the episodes. But pretty good show. I like. I know I'll butcher his name, but Sabretooth Liv Shiver. That how you say it?
Shriver,
Yeah, I like him.
Shriver,
It's got a what's Voight's first name?
John,
John Voight.
Jonathan Voight.
Yeah, it's got him in there, so which I like. Should I post progress pics of this painting or just wait?
No, don't press progress mix.
Okay.
You know, just we're focused on getting it done. Take photos on your own and then post them when you're done.
Okay.
if it turns out really well. But if it doesn't, don't.
Right.
Just gonna drive yourself nuts. Don't like those. I don't know about you, but I'm not a fan when an artist is like shooting for like root me on, like So like that's why when I'm developing stuff, I don't post progress pics. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know what to do here.
You keep calling me Brandon. Oh, by the way, you keep calling me Brandon Universe. That's what people are going to search for, like on Instagram and Facebook.
I
Like, oh,
know.
I tried finding Lead Heavy under
I know. I can
uh,
change this.
Brandon Universe, and I
I
couldn't
like
find
Brandon
it.
Universe.
I have too much. No, it's not changing.
I like Brandon Universe.
It's Lead Heavy.
I really like Brandon Universe. Yeah. Yeah.
That's I'm glad you like it. Wah, 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 wah.
I know, right? It's midnight here, by the way. So that's nice.
Yes.
One of the reasons why I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with this is because it's like it's not even buildings. It's just like coral rock crap. Like, I don't know.
Is that what you were going to tell me? Uh, Last night you said you had something you wanted to tell me.
No, I don't. I don't know how I'm working. Look, we got to work out something. I got to work out something with the show. And one of the things that popped into my head right when I was talking to you was this idea of maybe I could pull this stuff out, start to work it in while we do here, and I can pull out excerpts. That might be something because I've been thinking like if we just do a straight, it's a sketchcraft, and I gotta fucking videotape me. I gotta videotape me doing this. Like I'm gonna have to do something where I speak live into a camera. Apparently, like people want to see that for some reason. I'd rather it be like a specific thing though, a question, someone has or something. But I've been thinking about how to do a regular, situation where I could talk about something very specific and then just cut it out and promote other stuff. Meanwhile, we're doing this, and then I could flip over to, you know what I mean? I probably get like 4 or 5 little mini things out of it, you know. But I don't know. I might even try just doing a specific one-off topic where we talk for no more than 10 minutes. You know, I gotta figure out something I gotta do. I have to. To see the thing is like when I'm in those fucking things, I'm the only guy there with art. Like everyone else is like movie dude, fitness chick, guys talking about boxing, person's talking about, I don't know, a lot of gamers. I'm the only guy who like draws. Like, I don't know. It's hard to say every week. Well, you could pick a topic and then you can sit down and just draw Batman. I'm like, you know, it doesn't really kind of work that way. Like,
Yeah.
when am I supposed to do that? On a Wednesday night? And then what? Then I gotta cut up the video. Video can take a while. You know what I mean? So for sustainability, I need something where I'm always making stuff. And then I can pick and pull away from it. So the speed videos with commentary, like one of the things I was saying I could do is do two speed videos where I have, a 6 minute version, let's say a 5 minute version of, a landscape painting, speed
Yeah.
video. And then I have a 15 to 20 minute version with commentary. So that's where you and I could just watch it and talk. I could even play it just here on Google Hangouts and we can watch it. You can ask me questions and shit,
Right.
you know. So like that might be something.
I'm good at questions.
I do like incorporating you because you ask a lot of stupid shit and it's fun.
Hey man, we gotta keep it going. And
People
some
seem to
nights it's
like it.
just
People seem to really like it when
You
I give
just
you a hard time. Hmm?
yeah, people are assholes.
I
And
mean,
I
it's not the
say
future you envision, but
I say yeah, if a year ago or however long ago when you're like, hey Brandon, I want you to start helping me and making stuff more permanently. I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be awesome. People follow me, they like my art, and all I've gotten is you're Rob's assistant. Hey, you're that dude that gets his ass ripped all the time. Oh man, you get fucked over.
hmm hmm but they do know of you,
Right?
right? They didn't know of you before.
Yeah, people do talk. They got their opinions. Yet here I am still. Nobody's yet to say, hey man. Well, no, I mean, I guess a couple people on Facebook have said, hey man, I like hearing you on there, but
They do say that. They like hearing you on there. They like hearing you get your ass ripped.
that's what I'm saying. No one's ever been like, I value your opinion or, hey
But you
man,
haven't had anything to say though. Really think about it.
uh, I've had plenty. I've said plenty.
Yeah, about snakes, spiders,
No, I've been on so many
shots on
recordings.
Chinese takeout.
I've been on, fuck you. I've been on all, all your podcasts, your digicast. I've been
hmm
on it all. No one's ever been like, hey
hmm
man, when you said that one thing, I really appreciate it. I really liked it. No, they're just like, ah, fat boy, you got
No
your
one's ever
ass
said,
ripped.
hey, people very rarely compliment me and it's my shit. Let me tell you how it works, right? Most people don't compliment. They just listen to it and go, that was cool. That's it.
Yeah,
You know, when you don't make it anymore, the compliment is when they go, oh, I miss it.
yeah,
Yeah. Right? That's the real compliment. You know,
yeah. I mean, one person has, which is cool. Hector, he did say, hey man, I miss hearing you and Rob more full time. I'm like, yeah,
we got plenty of feedback at con too. People were like, I missed the podcast. It wasn't just one or two people.
all right,
I had about 15. Now, for con I wasn't even billed on, shoved in the back, people didn't know I was there. I mean, for 15 people to come say, I miss your podcast. I mean, when you
right,
really think about that, bro, you know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
And how limited that audience I had was, that's actually a pretty big deal, you know?
Right,
So, so you're just gonna have to accept. I have to accept the career I have. Wasn't what I envisioned.
you gotta go outside.
No, I'm cool. I'm right here.
5 more minutes, doggy. He's talking to Gamora.
Good for you.
That is good from me. I love my doggy. Like we talked about before, man. If she could live to be 20, I would never have a kid. Like she would be it. Just perfect in every way. She doesn't make noises though. Like I wish my dog was more vocal so I could just hear what she sounds like, but she never makes any noise. Doesn't she only growls when someone maybe's bumped into the door. I want to know what you sound like. If you could, would you want to talk? Be able to have your dog talk back to you, Rob?
I don't think it matters. You know,
Like,
you
what if
can
your
talk back to me, but I can make it so you don't want to.
right?
You
But
know
I'm
what I
saying,
mean?
like,
Like
what if
it's
your dog was like, "Man, you look ugly today, Rob," or "Hey,
so when
sweet."
your dog's licking her ass, you really want to go, that was pretty good. That's probably not a conversation you want to have.
That's what
You
I'm
know.
saying. Like, you wouldn't. Like, do you really want to know
You
what
know,
the
Brad,
other
I
guy?
don't think about that stuff. I appreciate life for what it is. Mm.
Such. You make such a dick. Such a simple man. I virtue the essence of the universe, and
Yeah,
could you survive without black coffee?
sure.
What would you substitute it with?
Hate
Yes, yes.
and contempt.
Let the
Yeah,
hate flow through
yeah, I could survive.
you. I could survive off the tears of my
Question is that a
enemies.
universe you want to live in? Like,
No,
do you want
no,
to live in the universe where Rob doesn't get his black coffee?
no.
Right. Yeah, I think people around me have more to lose than I do. Put it that way.
True.
It's taking too long. This is what happens when I don't do this for like a week because I'm often fucking applying for jobs and shit.
All right, it's that time. I gotta take her out and get my lunch and everything ready.
Good for you.
Um, Maybe hit me up earlier tomorrow if you can. I know you had shit to do, but I'm just saying, like, if you hop
Well,
on
I normally
earlier,
start between 9 and 10, but I told you
right?
tonight was not.
Um, oh, and I saw you retweeted that. Or
Didn't go anywhere, but yeah, I did.
oh no, well they don't do it till the next day or two. So usually
Nice.
they wait like a day to 2 days to retweet and favorite the things. So it'll
Okay.
take 2 3 days. But everybody else that follows you and listens can always retweet it and favorite it.
It's not gonna happen, bro.
It's just me trying to shamelessly plug the Sketchcraft name.
Yeah.
Just kind of like, hey, thanks for having me on here. Lead Heavy, good old Lead Heavy, not
Brandon
Brandon
Universe.
Universe, not
Brandon
Brandon
Universe.
Universe, good old Lead
Oh,
Heavy.
Brandon Universe.
It's,
BrandonUniverse.com. BrandonUniverse.com.
I'm gonna wake up one day and I'm gonna have a text from you at like 3 a.m. and you're gonna just go, LOL, BrandonUniverse.com, and I'm gonna click it because it's gonna be a fucking hyperlink, and it's just gonna be me on there, and you Photoshop like a fucking star on my chest or some bullshit, just dick move, and they're gonna be like, you made a website for him. And then everyone's gonna try to find me at Brad Universe, and people are gonna see me at cons with you. Hey, what's up, Universe? But it
Yeah.
doesn't really make sense.
And
I don't know. I'm just tired. That's my
meanwhile,
rant.
I'll put real lead heavy with you under your wife's website, realleadheavy.com. You work on that stuff yet?
Her?
Hmm.
Yeah. She she was on it today for a little bit. She went to bed early due to female not
I
feeling
want to
good
get into
stuff.
it. I
Right.
want to get into it.
That's why. So, all right. Hit me
All
up
right.
tomorrow.
Later.
Later.
Guess that asshole's coming back from 7-Eleven. Midnight. This is a pretty big district too, it's not? It's like in the backwoods. I might have to just render the rest in the color because I'm not quite feeling this. Doesn't help me don't have it. I mean, it's not exactly a thing I'm rendering. It's just, it's weird. I think sometimes it helps just to pull back and not have such a close view. So the idea here is this was once a giant castle cathedral like deal, and now it's all fossilized coral. The whole continent. Wish game trailers had finished their. They did this retrospective on Metal Gear Solid back when 4 came out. It's right before 4, so it's everything up to Metal Gear 4, and they've never continued it. I was hoping after 4 they would have continued it. It explains the story in Metal Gear, which I've never been able to figure out, so they do a really good job of it. I'm gonna start the color here in a second so I can finish this. Just wanna. Alright, that's good enough. So just merge this. See, I like the original better. Alright, let's just fucking get this going. I'll solve that problem as I get to it. Gradient map. Okay. Duplicate it. Color. Okay, move this over here. Make this. I can't make it wider that way. I gotta make it wider that way. All right. I'll get rid of that and delete that. Hmm. Let's see here. Let me take this. I'm just going to merge it really quick. Blur. Easy. I'm going to take this, put this right here. Let's put it right here. Oh, hoagie. Oh, there we go. Not a big difference, but you know, it's not really a complicated one to draw. Yeah, that I don't like. Let's just add some lighting, some refracted lighting right here. The Oculus. All right, 1 o'clock, done. And that's that for today. I will be back up in the morning doing God knows what. I got art to do. Got to color that bebop as well. And tomorrow's making videos day, so be posting up some speed videos with commentary tomorrow on the Sketchcraft channel. Sketchcraft.net will actually take you right to the YouTube. So I'll see you all there. Talk to you later. Bye.